But we're looking at also considering a capital gains tax cut, which would create a lot more jobs. So we're looking very seriously at a capital gains tax cut, and also at an income tax cut for middle income families. We're looking at expanding the tax cuts that we've already done, but specifically for middle income families. And you'll be hearing about that in the upcoming few weeks, and I think it'll be very exciting. So a capital gains tax is going to be a lot of people put to work, and it would be a cut in the capital gains tax and also a cut in the middle income tax. So I now want to just discuss a little quick brief, and then we'll take a few more questions. But we took some, who would have known we were going to take questions before we started, right? Is that right, Jennifer? But that's the way it happens sometimes. We want to discuss, if we might, the China virus, and the world continues its fight against this horrible plague. Countries in every continent are seeing increases in cases. We have a rapid increase only in cases where it's very interesting because we're so far ahead of testing, we have more cases. If we had much smaller testing, we'd have fewer, but we feel that having testing is a very important thing. It's a great record to have in many ways. We've tested, I guess, close to 65 million people right now, and nobody's even close to that number. No other country is close. India would be second at 11 million, and they have 1.5 billion people. So we have the number one testing anywhere in the world by far, and we also have, I think, the highest quality tests. We have a lot of different ones, but we have the highest quality, including the short-term and the lab tests. The lab tests take a little bit longer. And Dr. Birx was telling me a little while ago that we're down to 2 days and 2.5 days on getting your result on the lab test. The other ones, you get them in 5 minutes to 15 minutes, so that's exciting. But countries in every continent are seeing increases in cases. In recent days, cases have rapidly increased in Japan and Australia, unfortunately, and they're now experiencing higher peaks than they did in March. To the south of our border, cases have continued to surge in Mexico, Central America, Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Brazil, and throughout Latin America. It's really the hot spot. It's posing a major challenge for this continent. Latin America is now the region with the most number of confirmed cases by far, despite a relative scarcity of testing. So when you think of that, that means it's pretty much on fire. They're having a hard time, and we're helping them. We're sending them tremendous numbers of ventilators, which we're making by the thousands every month, and we're helping Latin America very much. It's hard for them to come into the country because we have big sections of wall up now. The new wall is being built, which people don't talk about. They used to talk about nothing but the wall. Now that it's being built, they're not talking about it so much, but it's helped us because we're up to we're getting close to 280 miles, 280 miles in the most important areas. So that's helping us a lot in terms of not having people come in to the country who are infected with the coronavirus. This global trend underscores the persistence of the virus, including in nations that apply the strictest and most punishing lockdowns. You have nations that are really tough on the lockdowns, and they're getting hit very hard.